Yo, what up guys? It's YuGiOh here, and today I gotta show you guys my first place local runs. I guess kind of, I'm only showing like one match, but it's also a deck profile. So if you want to just see the deck profile, you can skip ahead. I got it labeled down below, the matches or whatever, intro, and the deck profile. So check it out if you want to see what I'm playing. But it was a pretty nice event. I did face 4 very strong opponents. They're all amazing players, and they beat me quite a bit actually before, so this is a pretty good run. And so I mean, first match it was Adamancipator, second Dragon Link, and third PK, and for the final match it was Sky Striker. And so hey, what can I say, this deck is pretty strong. Don't discount this deck. It's got a lot of archetypes in it, so you know it's pretty annoying to deal with this deck. A lot of decks actually just straight up lose some of the monsters in the deck, and of course a lot of people hate Invoked Shadoll because they're like, they see it every single time, every single day or whatever. I mean, I don't know, my logos, not too many people play it. I'm probably like the only guy who's played Invoked for a while. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like no one else has been playing it. But I mean, let's just get into some of the matches, you know, some of the games, and enjoy. Alright, match number 1. This is our first game, and we're up against Adamancipator here. So I'm going to set it to 200% speed here, and we're going to start off with a branded opening, pitching our Tragedy, special Aluber, activate both Aluber and Tragedy with nothing to stop us. Activate our Theater that we added with Aluber, fuse using our Dramaturge and Aluber to make Coritis, and special back our Dramaturge. And funny enough, I drew too many Despia cards in my hand, even though my ratios are pretty low for my Despia cards. But you know, Coritis gets met with a Imperm, and Adamancipator normal summons a Roxy's, I think, and triggers the Quacky Supplier after special summoning the one of the links. I'm not sure which one. Maybe it's Bow Wow. It's probably Bow Wow. Able to special summon the Dropsies too. Link yet again into a, I think this one's Meow Mew or Quacko Doodle Doo. It's one of them. I don't know. And he Xy's into Gallant Granite, then forgets or to just attack over my Dramaturge before that. So his Gallant Granite's negated for this turn. So I guess it's alright. I activate my Coritis early to make them both 0 attack. Normal summon the Luber to get the search. And then here I try to activate a very nice card here, Shadoll Fusion. It gets met with Imperial Order though. Nice. So I just chain my branded opening to it. I don't really have too much to get. I only play 1 Dramaturge, so yeah, I just attack over both of them for some damage, and hope we can make it through here. And my set card is Super Poly, so it's now pretty much just dead. I don't really think I have any way to out an Imperial Order at this point, which kind of sucks. So depending on what kind of board he sets up, I don't know, it looks pretty over from here. And he does hit a rock, the Supplier yet again, and searches, gets a free search, and gonna synchro up into Raptite, I believe, get some more excavating, hits more rocks. You know, Adamancipator players play a lot of extenders, so don't be surprised if they keep hitting it correctly, you know, because that's the whole point of it. So he's got 2 Doki Dokis, I believe, and a Researcher. Should be able to make into a... okay, he goes for Coral Dragon here. He uses the effect to try and pop, and I use the branded opening effect Engrave to prevent the destruction. But then he just goes up into a Crystal Wing here. And yeah, I definitely can't get over a Crystal Wing without using my spells. So... I just decide, or I do go like 1 more turn to draw, but like, you know, it's at this point, it's whatever. He gets a drag out at 2, so it's over. Nah, there's no way. So game 2 here, I decided to go first yet again. Well, this time we ended a lot better by starting off with a Shadoll Fusion into a, you guessed it, a Winda, the OTK card, you know what I'm saying? Get both the triggers, Beast and Tragedy. We go Dramaturge first, and then we draw after. I don't remember what I drew, but I think this hand was pretty good. Normal summon the Alistair. It doesn't get stopped. I get an Invocation, and I use the invocation right away because, you know, I can only special summon once. So let's put it to good use. But it's not who I'm gonna make who you don't think it is. I'm gonna make Caliga here. So even if he does stop the Winda, he still has to deal with Caliga and vice versa. So yeah, that's a pretty bad spot for him. And get a Hedgehog trigger while I'm at it. That's what I sent with the invocation. And so from here, he has to either get over a Winda or Caliga. He lightning storms, forgetting that Winda has protection on itself. So he just imperms the Winda. Normal summons one of the rocks here. And able to special summon, activate special summon. I think that's Researcher. Oh, I forget the names of them. I don't know. But he synchros up into Rap Titan defense, and that's all he can do. And well, he didn't really stop me, so normal summon your boy from here, the classic. Here it comes, because I can get rid of my own Caliga pretty easily. I guess same with Winda too. So normal summon the Alistair to get the invocation, and he realizes that there's no way, because I'm gonna keep either one of them and probably just make like I can actually probably kill with all Gydos, but you know. So game 3 here, he starts first, and so we got Doki Doki into Researcher, and we're gonna start excavating again. And let me just tell you, this game, he put a board that would be you could say it's pretty unbreakable, but you'd be surprised to find out, you know, what unbreakable can be broken into. And so he's going into some Prank Kid stuff here, a few specials here and there, and he's got quite a bit to work with. So he's gonna synchro up into Rap Tight, get the excavate, and of course hit a rock, you know, pretty normal right there, and get the search off of it to the supplier. I think that's what it is, supplier, or I think it mills one, oh, something like that. And then he's able to special more out. And then, or I think he activated Doki Doki maybe. Maybe that's what he did. Yeah, probably. He's able to mill, hits one of the rocks, and gets a draw. And then he's gonna go into a Hulk here, and special summon a Plague Spreader Zombie. And then goes into a 2-mat Appaloosa. So that's already a hurdle. And then synchro up into, you guessed it, your favorite synchro monster that everyone plays now, the Borreload Savage Dragon. Equips the Link 2 to it, so it's got 2 quote negates, I guess, 2, you know, but 1 for each turn. And then he decides to use the Plague Spreader, stacks his deck to activate and special it, and then makes Baroness. So we have a 2-mat Appaloosa with Baroness, 2 back row, and a Borreload Savage Dragon. He anti-spell fragrances me, and I chain the Super Poly, hitting both the Appaloosa and Baroness. And then I have the answer to the Borreload Savage Dragon 2 with my own Kaiju. I normal summon Alistair. It gets me out with Imperm, but I completely forgot you could stop that with Mud Dragon because I don't know why I didn't use it, but whatever. I suicide the Mud Dragon to be able to activate my Maximus, make us both send 2. And from here, I think I just send a Entis and also a Titaniclad. So to pop the Jizukuru and get that out of the way. And he has like, I think 0 cards in hand. And he has an anti-spell fragrance up, so he's in a pretty bad spot. So all I do is just set 1, end phase, activate my Titaniclad, special out the Ecclesia, and then activate Ecclesia to add my Fleur-de-Lis. And so, I mean, whatever he puts up, it's going to get stopped. And he has anti-spell fragrance up, so he can't even activate a spell right away. So we draw here. I mean, it's not looking too good for him right now. I got a lot I can do here. Decided to actually probably just you know, link up my Alistair, go Invocation for Mechaba, you know, pretty normal stuff here. And then of course we're gonna be able to most definitely kill, because you know I got Fleur-de-Lis in hand already, and also I can activate the Maximus. I end up normal summoning Alistair yet again for another invocation, because you know, why not? He has no cards in hand, so it's like I can do whatever I can ensure. I mean, and like in case I forgot any spells or effects in the grave, whatever. But here I go, send, activate Maximus, send the 2, and be able to pop the front row monster, go Fleur de Lis here, special it, and that's way more than enough damage on board. Alright guys, so here is the deck profile. Let's check it out. We have full, I think 42 card main deck. I don't know. I don't remember counting. 43, it's 43 or 42. Then standard, 15, 15. And you can already see some of the flavor, standard stuff. There's nothing crazy, but let's check it out. Alright, so first off, let's go through kind of our Despia package. We won the one Dramaturge. Dramaturge I actually like because Dramaturge puts up a bunch of damage if you're going second. I mean, you fuse into like, Caritas or, whatever like you need. And then special this, and that's already 25, or not 20, 25. 5500 attack on an open board, so that's a bunch. And actually the kind of negate effect is actually kind of nice too. 2 Alluber, because all I need is just like a target for branded opening, and most of the time it's gonna be Alluber, and I'd rather normal summon Invoked, so I don't want 3 Alluber. I just need something for the target. And I'm running 2 Tragedy. It's kind of a way to get to Dramaturge to then fuse. That's a way to think about it. It also works pretty nice with like Winda, because you can go like, whatever, Shadoll, Beast, and Tragedy gets me a lot of cards back in my hand. So that's always like really cool to try and do. And then the best spell card for the Despia, Branded Opening. This card generates so much advantage because the discard is actually part of the effect, and so like that's a lot. That means a lot for Shadolls, because you actually trigger their effects. So I mean, you want to draw one, you want to search, whatever, you get it all right here with this. And then the one Theater, I don't really need more fusion spells, and Theater doesn't really feel good to draw a lot of the time. So I don't know, it's nice sometimes, but I can search it off Alluber if I start doing Despia stuff anyways. Alright, now on to some of the Shadoll stuff. We'll do like 3 at a time. Squamata, Wendy, Hedgehog. I don't think there's much to explain there. This is all like standard Shadoll stuff. I do play Dragon, Ariel, and Beast. I like Ariel because a lot of the cards, when they get banished, they become useless to some decks. So like say Sky Striker, pretty useful to hit the Ray, and like some other cards. I mean, there's not much else to say. These are just like pretty standard. And I like Dragon just for the just in case, for handling back row. It always comes up because every deck plays like at least 1 or 2 back row. And then boom, Shadoll Fusion. This card is a beast. I mean, going first or second. Oh well, more going second, but this deck can either go first or second, but I prefer to go first. But Shadoll Fusion, I just want more cards in my hand to fuse, because it doesn't feel good to let your searcher cards get negated and then you have no way to fuse because you didn't draw your fusion cards. So 3 Shadoll Fusion helps with that, and I play the Construct and Winda. And then for the last card, Shadoll Schism for the Shadoll package. I don't think there's much else to say because you guys saw the Dogmatika stuff, so this is really good still. And here we go, best deck core NA in the world too. Alistair, the Invoked package. I mean, play 3 of these, guy takes you a long way, and also the attack boost is also it's pretty useful, like more than you think. And then we got 3 Magical Meltdown, pretty much more Alistair in a sense, and also the effect to stop your fusion stuff from being negated or whatever, or is nice. Double Invocation. I mean, I was playing this at 3. I was told to just play it at 2, so I cut it down just to get other stuff in the deck, like hand traps or whatever. But Invocation is like almost never dead in this deck. I can't think of a way that it's ever dead, because you can still fuse from the hand. So Invocation is pretty nice. And of course, everyone's favorite package in the game, well, right behind Invoked, Dogmatika. I do like the 2 Ecclesia because I often see myself like losing one in the process, and also because it's another light target, and I actually want to draw my Ecclesia, and it kind of just helps in kind of like the grind game a little, just like a little bit more. I mean, it'd be like If I already use one Ecclesia and I activate Punishment, send Titaniclad, I can search Ecclesia, Special Alert or whatever, and then search, the Maximus if I haven't used Maximus, or the Fluor, and vice versa. So I really like having 2 Ecclesia, but I would sometimes find myself siding it out anyways, so it's a pretty good spot. And 3 Nadir Servant. If you know Dogmatika, then you don't need me to explain this at all, actually. The 1 Punishment, I think we only need 1 because we are pretty low in spots, if I'm be real. So it's worth playing. It's very good. Even though it locks you out of the extra deck, you probably don't need it even if after you resolve it, because you're gonna get pluses off Dogmatika stuff. 3 Super Poly. We have so many Super Poly targets in this deck. It's unreal. This card just wins games. I mean, it broke the Appaloosa Baroness board. Ooh, it's a good card. And for my hand traps, actually no, I forgot one card. Terraforming. I almost forgot Terraforming. I don't know why I put it in the back. And then my hand traps, play 2 Effect Veiler, 1 Infinite Impermanence. I don't know. You could do 3 Imperm. You could do 3 Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler is it's a light monster, so it does. If I draw the Effect Veiler and only 1 other monster, like Despia or Shadoll, I could still make Construct or Caritas or whatever. And then Imperm, I don't know. So this could have been 3 of it or 3 of the other. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Alright, here we go with the extra deck. Artemis, only because literally just for Alistair, you just go to Artemis after Alistair and make the next guy here. You just make Mechaba off that. Yeah, I don't really explain this at all. Kaliga, I think Kaliga's a boss. I don't know who thinks Kaliga isn't a boss. This guy can end the game just like Winda. Literally the same thing. Kaliga with Winda, what I had that board, that's unbreakable. Except for myself. I can break my own board, but you guys can't. Then the YuGiOh, a bunch of damage actually. This is how you get over towers, is you're gonna be using this card to get over them. And has a nice pop effect too, and also a way to get off the way to remove your own Kaliga or Winda too. Don't forget about that. Super Poly targets, Winda, Starving Venom, more standard stuff there. I do play the 1 Caritas. I will replace this to the new Despia monster, fusion monster that came out in Burst of Destiny. Once I get that, it's just better. The Caritas attack thing, it doesn't really work, and I'd rather just burn my opponent to deter them from special summoning more or whatever, or forcing them to do something about the fusion monster. So I like this card. Or not this card, I like the other card more, but this one's still necessary in your Despia deck though, unfortunately. And of course, the Shadoll package, we gotta go. I did 1-1-1. Probably going 2 Construct, 2 Winda is better. I did find myself in 1 game where I ended up actually needing it and didn't have it. But most games that I played were ending in the first 2 or 1 turn. And so, I mean, I would just take out probably some of the next few cards I'm going to show, or or just one of the extras in the extra deck. I don't know, maybe one of the extra Mechabas possibly, because you only ever would make 1, because you would go into YuGiOh after that probably. I don't know, it's kind of a weird situation. I go 2 Titaniclad. This is probably one of the ones you could cut into to replace with a Construct or Winda. It's very nice for being able to get more Dogmatika cards in your hand, and that's pretty much all it's there for. And of course, the Entis, because we have Dogmatika stuff. This is a pretty standard thing. Entis is just really good. I played 2. I feel you're gonna need 2. 1 isn't enough because you're gonna find yourself doing it, sending stuff from your extra deck more than once a lot of the time. Alright, time for the side deck. Triple Jizukuru. You could do Radiant. I don't really know which one is better, but I feel Jizukuru is actually a little bit better because of our Super Poly targets, and I'd rather go into a Construct than a Winda. But of course I could also do Starving Venom. I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing. And also Jizukuru gets rid of it lets me get rid of other monsters to fuse into Mud Dragon too, because if there's dark monsters, it's easier to get rid of, and if there's another light, so there's a light and a dark, it's easier for me to just get rid of the light or the dark with the light. I don't know. Maybe that didn't really make any sense. I don't know. It's just what I had on hand, anyways. Then triple Lancia. I don't need to say anything else about this. I mean, like, we have Tri-Brigade still around, Phantom Knight, stuff like that. You should know when to use this by how many times they banish. Then some back row hate, Twin Twister. I don't really think I need to explain this. Just remember it doesn't trigger the Shadolls or whatever. Some blowout cards, Lightning Storm, Feather Duster. I really hate back row. That's all I need to say. And with the last card, you know, red reboot, back row hate. And this card, I I didn't get to use it at all, but I sided it in, or put it in the side deck because for like some days our locals would have like, you know, 7 Eldritch players just out of nowhere. Is I'll just put it in as a joke. I was like, guys, roll a decree, like OTK, like the FTK against that deck, and there were no Eldritch players that day. So yeah, I didn't really do anything, but it's funny to see it in this side deck. Alright guys, so that's it for the deck profile. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and make sure you leave that like or subscribe if you want to see some more. I'll be sure to keep posting more videos, you know, stuff I can get. And I did get one more like gameplay video. I'll probably like post that like a different day, just as like a video if I haven't posted anything in a while, just for some of you guys to watch and enjoy. And so I mean, that's gonna be it. It was a good locals run. You know, first place always feels good. That's actually my first place, because my other winning was second place with heroes, but I lost the tiebreaker, so you know, so this one feels better, you know. So that's gonna be it, guys. So peace out.